Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with a pickups video. So, ironically enough, about 2 weeks ago, I come home, my wife says, go to your bedroom, go to the bedroom and get changed. And I usually do, and I said, nah, I'm not in the mood, I'm going to do. She goes, no, you really need to go to the bedroom and get changed. So I walk in my dresser, and lo and behold, on top of the dresser is sitting these two games. For the Atari 2600, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and PacMan. Now she knows I've been looking for retro games, especially Atari 2600 games lately, and she found a pawn shop not too far away where these at. But anyway, PacMan was a game I used to own. I got it, I believe, originally for my birthday, and I was disappointed when I first played it because you think it's going to be like the original, and it's not. But I learned to actually like and love this game, and I actually got quite good at it. Now this Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first game I ever threw a controller on. It was a very frustrating game. But I had a lot of memories of it. I'm really cool that she found these two games and picked them up. So I asked her where she got them with, and ironically enough, it's a pawn shop not too far from us. And actually, ironically enough, she knows a wife to the guy who actually runs the place. So she knows who he is, and he always thinks it's funny because one day, funny story, he told his wife, he goes, you know your friend, yeah, she's always buying these really old video games. And she tried to explain, well, yeah, her and her husband, they're gamers. They play video games. That's what they do for fun. So, my wife took me back there. I pressed her. She showed me, took me there. And a couple days later, and I picked up the 2600, good old Gorf. I used to own this game, and I actually liked playing that game a lot. Now here's another game that I played that I didn't actually own that I really enjoyed. Now, you love the arcade version game of this, and this was Congo Bongo. Now, this label's in really bad condition. Congo Bongo, released by Sega. This game, obviously, on Atari 600, it could not replicate every level in the arcade game, so levels are missing on this card, but I actually enjoyed this game a little bit, and I really love the arcade game, so it's really cool to find and pick that up. So, I did get two Super Nintendo games, which were sitting behind me for a while now that no one could guess. And the first one is a game I absolutely love, and this is the Player's Choice Millions Sellers version of it, and that would be F-Zero. Absolutely loved this game in the day when I had it on my Super Nintendo. I put this one in the other day and forgot how you have to run almost a perfect race to win, depending on who you're racing against. But outside of that, I absolutely love this game. Now, to add to my shmup collection, I picked up Darius Twin. Now, I have never played this game before. When I put this game in the other day, at the time, to see the graphical detail and what's going on in this game is absolutely great. Absolutely gonna love getting further in this game. So, while I was there at the pawn shop, I also picked up 3 NES games. The first one would be Dr. Mario, which I've never actually played this on the NES. Well, yeah, I did. I rented it once, okay? But normally I played this, ironically enough, my mother loves this game. She has this on, I believe, her Game Boy Advance or Game Boy, and I used to play it at her house all the time. Now, here was one of my favorite shmups, or shooters as you'd call it, on the NES, and that'd be none other than Tiger Heli. This would be my go-to shooter game back in the day. When I was bored or didn't want to play anything else, I'd put this in and play it. Absolutely love that game. And then lastly, an NES game I never owned before, and this is Daddy East's Caveman games. And the YouTube footage of this game just cracks me up. Like for the javelin, you're throwing women and stuff. I just had to get it for that alone. So, while I was at that pawn shop looking around, besides them having a really cool Godzilla poster that they weren't selling, on the very top shelf I almost missed these games, and they're Atari 2600 games, because normally they have newer games up there, 360 or PlayStation 3, but they had these up there and I made them bring them down, and they are all boxed, and all these have instruction booklets, and is Stampede for the 2600. The game I already have, but I couldn't help picking this up in box. Asteroids. And yes, it did come with, in case you want to see, these do come with their instruction booklets. Next up is Tail Games Tank Plus, or most of you would know this game as Combat. Good old video checkers. And this box, all the box in great condition. This is Indy 500. Now, what I mean by that is, if you look inside, you see how much of the box is missing. But if you gave me a choice to having this game sit out or having this game sit out in this kind of box, and I could at least see the artwork, I'd pick this every time. And it's for the same price. So that all was really cool. But about a week ago, the arrangement we have here in this house is I usually wash the laundry. My wife usually folds it, and then we both put it away together. And we were putting away laundry, and all of a sudden she said, "Well, look at this. There's something on the bed." And sure enough, she had put 2 games there for me. Now, these are 2 games she actually picked up at garage sales during the summer that she has hidden for a while to keep me from finding them by accident. And they're both Game Boy Color games, and they're boxed. And you can complete. The first one's Mario Golf. The other one is Pokemon Crystal Version. Now, the other day my wife went to GameStop and finally picked up her Valentine's Day, which I talked about before, and that's Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. It's just Ys 1 and 2 complete plus the musical selection CD. Originally this was supposed to come out last week, but they pushed it back till the 22nd. So she pre-ordered this, and she knew it was her Valentine's gift. She got it, and while she was there, she decided she picked up a DS game for $5. It would be Pipe Mania, which this is a lot like Loops, I believe, back on the NES days. Really cool, real fun and addicting game, puzzle game. But here's the funniest thing about that day. So she gets done picking it up. She calls me on the phone. She goes, "There's another game I like to pick up. Can I pick that game up?" And I asked, "Well, what's the game?" And she said it was this game right here, Hyper Dimension Netonia. Anyway, ironically, this was a game we were talking about. Some people I talked about on Skype the other day, and so they only had 1 copy of it. So she called the GameStop back to put it behind the counter. She picked up later that day. Now this is a big box. If you like anime style RPGs, you will like this game because this is anime style. But just like my Altair Verona game, you obviously get the game itself, and inside, which I can't show you too much of it because there's spoilers in it, is the art book, 36-page art book. Now, what I also found very interesting about this game, since it just came out, is that in Japan this game was released by Sega. In Europe, this game was released by Temco Koei, and then in the United States it was released by NIS America. So, I'll show you a little bit of the art book real quick. I don't want to go too deep. See, this is what it shows you the characters inside of it. And then in the back, since the back doesn't have really any spoilers in it, they have like rough sketches and conceptual art. So, really, really cool game. Really cool that she decided to pick it up. So guys, that's all my pickles for now.